You got the conference off to such a great start, the energy. I'm exhausted just watching you, so let's applaud them once again. Well done. Well, welcome to SSAT's National Conference. I'm Sue Williamson, Chief Executive of SSAT. The focus this year is the learner. And before we say a little bit more about the learner, I'd just like to say thank you to some of the sponsors who are making this event possible. To NCFE for sponsoring Sherry Kutu's keynote session, to RM Education for the School Business Manager session and the lanyards, to Teach First who have sponsored the how-to workshops, and as you can see from your programme, there are a lot of how-to workshops, to Toot and BT for the drinks reception, to which you're all invited this evening, and to Edge, our partner in so many activities linked to vocational education and who are sponsoring this afternoon's session with Lord Baker. Their generosity and support means that we can make this an even better event for you, so a big thank you to them. Throughout the 2 days of the conference, young people will be contributing in a number of ways. I'm very lucky I get to visit lots of schools in my job, and I'm always inspired by the work and contributions of the students. It makes such a difference when young people are confident learners. They are also the reason that so many of us became teachers. As I said in a recent interview for Academies Week, I have never had confidence in my own ability to learn. I went to an all-girls secondary modern school in the 1960s, and the expectation was that I would either become a secretary, a nurse, or work in a shop. Thanks to some great teaching and support, I did well in my O-level examinations, which confirms how long ago it was, and I went on to do A-levels. However, I had not been taught how to learn. I'd been taught how to pass examinations. I had a good memory, and I was able to regurgitate facts. My selection of A-level subjects was poor. I chose the wrong subjects. I achieved 3 A-levels, but not very good grades. My perception that I was not very good at academic work was reinforced. University was never an option. I simply did not understand the process. Sadly, it's a fact that there are young people who still do not understand the various pathways open to them, and they need more support, our support. When I left college, I went to work in the NHS as an administrator. Working with doctors and other colleagues in healthcare focused me on professional development, research, and qualifications. Finally, after 5 years, I decided to do a degree and then a PGCE. High-quality careers information, advice and guidance is even more important in today's fast-changing world. We also need to ensure that our examination system is one that provides challenge and the opportunity to demonstrate learning. Young people have to be given the skills to learn and the character and determination to persist when a problem is difficult. As teachers, we must resist the temptation to give the answer. If we spoon-feed the transition from any stage, it becomes much more difficult for them. Whilst I'm very impressed by the quality of the people entering the teaching profession, and I've met some wonderful practitioners, I am concerned about the quantity. When I visit schools, I see some remarkable practice. Teachers make lives. Your words and actions have enormous impact on young people. Things we do, we particularly do not think particularly significant, can leave a lasting impression. I met a school leader who had been in my school as a student recently. It was an experience that made me feel even older than I am. He remembered that I used to see every student individually to hand out their report and to discuss their progress. The best teachers teach well and instill a love of learning. This is the way to get the best results. But don't take my word for it. I'd like to introduce to you 2 students, Hasib and Nicola, students from Kingsford School who are going to talk about learning.
My name is Asib Akhtar, and I am from Kingsford Community School in Beckton, East London. Kingsford has been a TEEP school for 1.5 years now, but already there has been a dramatic improvement in pupil progress. I strongly believe that this is due to the fact because there are more memorable and engaging lessons. We now have a lot of cross-curricular programs which are designed for transferable skills. Our focus is now more on not what we learn, but how we learn it. As a Year 11 pupil, TEEP has not only allowed me to excel in my studies, but has also given me a real passion for how I learn. Thank you.
Good morning, my name's Nicola. One of the TEEP 5 underpinning elements is the effective use of ICT. One example is the VLE. With the VLE, at Kingsford, we are able to access and upload our work from home or in the classroom. This has revolutionised dialogic marking. Dialogic marking is the conversation between pupils and the teachers through marking. Teachers on the VLE are able to put a comment box next to our work and suggest improvements so we can improve our work. When the pupils have done this, we're able to respond to the comment box. And what's effective about this is that we know the progress we're making because we're achieving the improvements that our teachers are telling us to make. By doing this, it helps us to move on to the next level, be it from a C grade to an A grade. The VLE, another advantage, is that it creates a good relationship between the teachers and the students because students are seeing that teachers are putting a lot of effort in and are helping to meet students' developmental, emotional, and academic needs, which is a contributing factor to how our students make progress. Thank you.
I find it inspiring that youngsters are so able to describe their own learning. I'm amazed also by the energy, enthusiasm and drive of teachers who teach throughout the day and yet go on to provide extracurricular activities to engage young people. It's often these activities that young people remember long after they've left school. The school play, the school dance, the sports team, the school trip. All these activities will help raise the aspirations of young people. They will also help raise confidence. I'd like to introduce now John and Roshni from North East Wolverhampton Academy to tell you about a rather different extracurricular project that they're involved in.
Hello, I'm John Phillips from the North East Wolverhampton Academy, and we're building a 2-seater light aircraft, which over the past 2 years, we've accumulated it from Boeing and had it all flat packed and stuff. So we've unpacked it, built it, and from these 2 years, I've gained skills which are completely unique, like presentation, engineering, from the volunteers and anyone around, as well as basically just building a plane.
Hello, and my name is Roshni Verma. I'm a Year 13 student at the North East Wolverhampton Academy. My role in Build a Plane is to take photographs and advertise the project. Throughout this project, I've inspired young students and got students from Year 7 to 6th form involved in the project. The project isn't just for engineering students, it is open to all students. So we can have graphic students, catering students involved. So when we have an event open, we have catering students making food for us and helping us in the event. It's really nerve-wracking up here. I mean, I'm really scared. This project's helping me so much because my future career is to be a teacher, and doing these kind of things is like really scary, but it's going to support me. And yeah, I don't know what to say. Well done. For more information about the project, we will be at the exhibition, with the plane. So please come and see us and drop voice to say hi.
Yes, the plane really is in the exhibition hall, and it was one of the challenges we gave to the staff because your teachers were very keen that we showed the plane. It's a great project. It's about real-world learning and applying maths and engineering skills. And there's also a film that we'll see later about this. It's a very, very interesting and different project. It's one step in preparing the students for the future that they will be living in and working in a very different world to the one we live in now. Globalization impacts on everything we do, no matter where we live. Technology enables us to engage with peers from around the world. The best education systems recognize the context in which their young people will be operating. Tomorrow, Eric Mazur will be posing the question, why can students pass tests but fail at life? As a profession working with other stakeholders, we need to ensure that this is not the case. We have with us this week 16 students from the Netherlands who have spent the last 2 days at Loreto Grammar School, just a few miles away. Michelle and Rania are going to reflect on their experience of English education.
Good morning, everyone. We are Rania and Michelle, and we are Dutch students from the Van der Capellen school in the Dutch city called Zwolle. As she already said, we've been attending lessons at the Loreto Grammar School, and we want to thank the SSAT network for this amazing experience. We found some interesting differences. One difference we found is that in the British school system, there are single-sex schools. In the Netherlands, we have never seen any single-sex schools. So it was quite a surprise. Another difference we found was that the participation in extracurricular activities is huge in the British school system. In the Netherlands, these activities are something you do on your own and something that you have to take your own initiative in.
Yes, these are not the only differences we've seen. Also, for us, extreme narrowing down of the subjects in the sixth form. Whereas our sixth form has about 8 subjects, and here it's 4, and it narrows down to 3 even in year 13, if I'm correct. And also the GCSE we take much earlier, at least it's the same idea as the GCSEs. We take it at the age of 12 and then go on to a certain level of education according to the test results. Here you take him at the age of 16, correct? Yes? Okay, good. So that's quite a difference. We start distinguishing levels much earlier. And what we hope to learn here is what learning strategies work best for whom and why that is. So we really do hope we learn some more about that and how that works. And thank you very much for having us.
Thank you.
I think you can hear they've got their colleagues in the auditorium. A great thanks to Michelle and Rania for beautifully articulating your findings. We are so pleased that SSAT has been able to provide the opportunity for you to attend the conference. During the conference, we'll be looking at the importance of different pathways, particularly this afternoon, and the diverse way that young people learn. SSAT has always been committed to student voice, student leadership, and co-construction. We believe students have an important role in contributing to learning. We spend a lot of our time supporting schools with student leadership training, and we've just introduced the student passport. Do look, there's copies, I've got copies here, but there's copies on our stand. I'm particularly pleased about this because I've always believed if we get it right, if we engage our students in the right way, then actually everything else takes care of itself. We must never underestimate young people. And I'd like to show you now a film that has been produced by students from Landau Forte College. They wrote and produced the film on learning. They are winners of the SSAT competition for students on producing a video for learning. Please enjoy it.